Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Female Fist. My name is Scarlett Delgado, and I have a really exciting guest with us today. She is a Team Under Armour Ambassador. She is currently a personal trainer. She's an amazing fitness influencer. Like, I follow all her stuff. She does amazing stuff all over social media, promoting like women's fitness and everything. It's amazing the empire that she's building. Please welcome Saman. Thank you so much for joining us today.
You for having me.
No, I'm really excited for this conversation. So I never had the opportunity to actually talk to you. Like, you come to, as we were discussing before this, you come to my father's gym quite frequently, the factory in Mississauga. And like, I always see you training with Tyson, and now you train more with my father in the boxing. So like, where did this whole journey for you in the fitness world begin? Like, where did this start for you?
So I've always been into fitness, but not as I am right now. Like, I'm really in it right now because obviously before I just started personal training a couple of years ago. So prior to that, I was a makeup hijab like influencer. I used to do makeup videos or a hijab tutorial, how to wear a hijab in different ways, fashion, lifestyle, and all that. Because I have another page called Makeup Hijabs, and I've been doing that for like 7 to 8 years until I got bored of it. And then my husband is the one who actually suggested, he's like, why don't you start a fitness page? Because there are not a lot of Muslim people in our community who are doing a lot of fitness and they're not in it. So why don't you start doing it? So I was like, okay, you know what? Let's do it together. So we did a couple of videos in the beginning together, and then he got busy and he's like, you can handle it yourself.
And you take the floor.
Exactly. So I just started, going to UFC gym. At that time, I remember UFC gym was open. So I joined that gym and I'm like, okay, let me just do a little bit of Muay Thai. I learned like how to do boxing and all that stuff. So I started recording videos there, and I started, tagging UFC gym. And then the UFC gym owner said, he's like, okay, you know what? Why don't you just become our ambassador and just, record videos and promote us? You don't have to pay the monthly fee or whatever. I was like, okay, why not? Cool. And it just started from there. And then I got other opportunities like that. And then I said, okay, you know what? Let me just, because I had a little background of working with other brands, like, makeup brands like MAC, Cosmetics, Tarte, and Too Faced or whatever. So I knew how to contact all these companies. So I was like, you know what? Let me just message all the brands. I messaged everybody. I went to their website. I went to customer service. I messaged them too. I sent them DM. I'm like, what are they going to say? No, we don't want to work with you.
Yeah.
So I was like, all I have to hear is no. So not a big deal. So I just messaged everybody, and Under Armour was the only one who came back to me.
Wow.
And yeah, they are the only one who came back to me, and they said, okay, you know what? We want to have you as an influencer for a year and just test out the water and see how it goes. And when I got that opportunity, I said bye to all the other brands that I used to wear. My husband, remember, he bought me a new pair of Nike shoes, and I'm like, no, I'm not wearing that.
Do
you
that.
Can keep that on the side. I mean, at that time, it was just an influencer. Like, Under Armour gave me the opportunity to work with other brands who they said, okay, you know what? Just do us a favor. When you post Under Armour brand, don't post any other competitive brands. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to take this for granted. This is a huge deal for me. So there is no way I'm ever going to wear any other brand. So just put that on the side. And honestly, from there, it just went better and better. Then I became their ambassador. Then we designed a hijab together, the Under Armour sports hijab. Then we did a video, we did a photo shoot. And since then, I'm their ambassador. Like, it's been 4 years now. We're in our 4-year year. Yeah.
And like, clearly you love it. Clearly, like, you love just being a part of the whole movement and everything.
Yeah, because they were part of my fitness journey. It's like, I didn't know how to do push-ups. I didn't know how to do pull-ups. I learned everything as I became their ambassador. So they watched me grow.
Oh, that's beautiful. So it was like a real, like a journey together, and with such an amazing company like Under Armour. I trust their brand over majority of other fitness brands because like the quality is there, like
for
itself. And what you mentioned earlier kind of caught my attention. You said that like your husband, I think it was, you said that there's not very many people in the Muslim community that are out there in the fitness So why is that? Why do you think? Because obviously, like, I don't come from a Muslim background. I don't know.
First of all, they're lazy. I think it's I think it's more of a culture. It's not the religion. Even like when I started, I got a lot of backlash. What are you doing? But that's not what the religion teaches you. Religion teaches you that you need to take care of your body. This body belongs to God and you need to take care of it. But some people really go like, I don't know, they feel like the woman should be in the kitchen. And that's, again, a culture thing. It's not a religious thing. Because if that was the case, my husband would never suggest me, you know what, go do workouts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I've trained with so many male trainers and I've worked with so many people. And because it's totally okay. It's totally okay. Like, we're allowed to work out. We're allowed to take care of our body and mind. So why not? So when it comes to people not doing it, it's more because they're lazy and because of the culture. It's like, oh, what are people going to say,
Right. Do you find that you've had like a lot of backlash from the community, like with all the stuff that you do?
I did. And then there are so many people, a little bit, but then there are a lot of people who appreciate me. And I'm talking about even the Muslim men and mostly the Muslim women are really, really appreciative. They see that what I'm doing, they love it. They want to obviously, do the same thing. Even the young girls look up to me. So that's a beautiful thing. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Then that's what makes what you do even all the more worth it, because
exactly.
I'm sure like so many of them want to do. And sometimes, like you said, right, the cultural pressure just prevents them from taking that step. And then they see somebody like you, it's like, oh my God, she can do it. So like, I can do it too. Yeah,
true.
That's amazing. So why did you gravitate towards the boxing? Because you went to the UFC gym, which obviously you had the opportunity to try jiu-jitsu, wrestling, or even just the abundance of other sports that are out there that are not combat sports. What particularly drove you to boxing?
I feel like, okay, so I did train in Muay Thai as well. I had one fight that was before I got married. That was when I was 23. That was when I was 23. And for some reason, my opponent never showed up, so it became a demo. But I did have that, I always wanted to experience that, how to like fight in the ring and all this. So I had that really good experience. And after that, I got married and I just stopped. Then obviously because I got busy with kids and stuff. And then after I had my third child, that's my son, that's when I decided to go back to UFC because I really loved Muay Thai. I loved boxing and stuff like that. Boxing come later on. I think because of COVID, I had nothing else to do beside the bodyweight workout. And I think boxing helped me a lot, like my confidence level. Obviously when I was doing with Tyson, it was more for the Instagram, but like I said, your dad, he taught me so many good things, like the technique, the form, and I'm still learning. There's so much to learn. I'm still learning so much from him. So I totally love that aspect.
And that's amazing because, it's funny, like with boxing, everybody could look at it and think like, oh, well, like you're just, I mean, now because UFC is so popular. So when people see combat sports, they automatically think MMA. They see the kicks, they see the elbows and the takedowns. And then when they look at boxing on its own, they think like, oh, well, like it's just hands. It's like, but you have no idea the science behind just the hand, just the jab.
Yeah.
I spent a whole hour teaching some clients just the jab.
Yeah. True.
It's crazy.
True.
So like now you're training people in boxing too, like you train them in your fitness and in boxing, right? Like
I do it just more as a cardio, not like just as a cardio, like just to hit the box, just to hit the pads and stuff like that, but nothing like form or anything like that. I'm not really into correcting the form yet. Like with all my clients, they're just beginners. They just want to just want to get that cardio, the heart rate up. So for now, I'm just teaching. I'm just like doing the pad work a little bit, but nothing like I'm not obviously a professional like coach or anything like that. I just did a kickboxing level 1 certification. I do have that, but again, that comes with a lot of experience. So I'm not there yet.
But I mean, like, it seems that you're kind of taking that route to kind of go there a little bit and expand your knowledge on it, which is amazing.
Absolutely.
Adding to your accolades, right? Because it's
absolutely
awesome that what you're doing, like what you were explaining to me with just even the Muslim community and creating that awareness that like, here I am doing this and like, you can do this too.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
all of that. That's phenomenal. And like, do you see like your current career right now, is this something that you're looking to develop as like your main career, as like, this is what I'm doing now, like just the personal fitness, just the boxing? Is this like what you kind of want? Yep.
I do. Yeah, definitely. That's what I want to like. Obviously in future, I would like to have a gym or whatever. if God wills. But right now I'm just training clients in my garage, whatever I can do, or I go to their places, do one-on-one training and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely that is one of my goals, is to have a gym, my
And
own.
like, how was this whole journey for you, like during the COVID? Like, did that really slow down a lot of things for you, or?
It did. I was really disappointed. The first time it was like, okay, you know what, everyone, there's a lockdown, so whatever, you have to just deal with it. But the second time it was a bit stressful, because I'm like, okay, I'm tired of home workouts. I'm tired of, doing body weight work. I wanted just something different. So that's where boxing kicked in, and I really enjoyed it. Yeah. But it was a tough journey, but I'm so happy the gyms are open now.
Yeah, it sounds almost like it was a little bit of a blessing in disguise, like where you got to explore more, like
Correct.
you wanted to do the boxing.
Correct.
So that's awesome. And like now with everything that's kind of opening up, you said that you want to kind of open up a gym hopefully in the future. Right now, do you have any current projects right now that you're like kind of gearing towards? Recently they had the whole United We Fight in Toronto, and they were causing like a big buzz, and like they're a whole movement right now bringing the boxing into like the public communities and doing stuff like that. Are you currently involved in any kinds of projects ongoing right now?
At the moment, no, I'm not. I'm just doing my own. Yeah.
Just your own
Not
thing?
at the moment. Just my own thing at the moment. Yeah.
But I mean, still, just with like seeing what you're doing on social media, anyways, it looks like you're yourself are creating quite the buzz, anyways.
That is a lot of work, man. Social media, it's not easy. People see the videos, and I'm like, only if you guys know how many times I've practiced to do that 30-second video.
Yeah.
But it takes a lot of time. And like then, plus I'm a mom of 3 kids, and it's not easy. Then it's too much. And then I have clients. But you know what? I enjoy it. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoy it. It's something keeps me busy, and I love doing what I'm doing.
And that's amazing. Like, how do your kids see, like, because your kids obviously are looking at like, oh my God, look at my mom doing this. Like, what are their feedbacks to it?
They love it. Actually, my kids are also, my youngest one especially, he's very active. He likes to do these little challenges with me. Mommy, can you do this? Mommy, can you try this with me? So it's nice because they get motivated, they get inspired. So yeah, no, they totally love it.
Would you ever consider doing like a small time tournament, like a Brampton Cup or something, like just for like that experience?
What kind of tournament?
Like a small time local regional tournament. Like they have this one called the Brampton Cup, which is usually like in February, and it's like it's more of a novice tournament, so people who like they've never done one before, usually like that's the tournament they go into. And
Like boxing?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, I will try it
Wow,
for
that's
sure.
awesome. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, definitely. My husband tells me, he's like, why don't you fight? I'm like, you know how much hours I need to put in to fight? I said, no, not right now. But yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, I don't mind trying that. Absolutely.
That's awesome. And that's something that you should really, because now that things are opening up, like from what I hear in the boxing community, I know that they are planning to have a nationals next year, which means that hopefully by the end of this year, they're trying to put on some shows. So hopefully you'll have like the Brampton Cup, which like I said, is like a great, like a
For
lot
sure.
of, you know what I mean? Like that would be awesome to see you in action doing that. And I would be there cheering you on.
Thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Definitely.
amazing. And
Definitely.
with the whole, like the fact that you have kids, you have a husband, you're running this business, you're taking care of your social media, like you're doing this all on your own. Do you have like somebody that helps you with your like social media, or like are you doing this all full compass by yourself?
All by myself.
Wow.
My husband will once in a while will obviously record my videos if I need him, but otherwise I'm doing it all by myself. The editing, the filming, and yeah, everything on my own. Yeah.
And was this like something that you ever saw yourself doing? Because I know sometimes I talk to people that are in this world and they came from like completely different lifestyles, like when they were kids, and they had completely different aspirations. Like, was this something that you always kind of geared towards fitness as you were growing up?
No, I was a lazy bum. Oh my God, I was a lazy bum. No, never,
Really?
ever thought. I never ever thought. Yeah, I actually wish now that I did something because growing up as a child, I never played any sports. I was not into any activities, nothing at all. So this just started like literally 4 years ago.
Wow. So like you really took like a whole like just turnaround.
Turnaround, yeah, because I was like all beauty, all of that stuff, fashion, how to wear this, how to style the hijab, how to put makeup on, all the girly stuff. And just a couple of years ago, I just said, I'm tired of this. I'm done. I was just not motivated anymore. So I was like, you know what, this is I don't want to do this no more. And
It's
then I
just
just
how life works, right?
yeah,
It just kind of like brings you the opportunities, and it's like
true.
if you want to go down this path, and then here you are as a Team Under Armour ambassador
I know.
influencing all of these women out there and the men from the Muslim communities about like all this like that this like I said before, like this empire that you're kind of building, and through this kind of avenue that you never even thought you were ever going to be
God,
into.
yeah.
It's funny, eh?
It's amazing. Yep. It's just that if it wasn't my husband suggesting me, I don't know if I would have paid any attention to it. I would have probably stuck to the makeup hijabs, but then it was his idea. I was like, okay, let's try it out. Let's see what happens. And it worked well.
And does your husband like do anything in the fitness community as well, or is that like
Um, he's he was also doing boxing, and then he's been complaining about his back a lot, so he stopped. But he was going with me because he does love boxing. And like I said, your dad is amazing. I've met a lot of boxing coaches, but he's really soft. He has a lot of patience, to be honest with you. He doesn't get angry. So that's what I love about him. So you know what, he loved it. He wants to go back, but as soon as his back gets better, then he will probably start again.
yeah, and that's great because boxing too, like also builds those, like if you are really engaging your core and whatnot, it builds those back muscles over time. It helps keep it all kind of like structured together. I mean, like my strength and conditioning coach, he always emphasized on me so much about always training the back muscles in my sport because everything is so forward dominant that we sometimes neglect the back muscles.
Back, yeah.
So like
Right.
I can totally understand. But yeah, and as far as like my dad goes, he's been in the industry for like, oh my God, like almost 40 years
Forever.
now. Yeah, he's ancient in the industry at this point. He should have patience. But that's amazing. You know, it's incredible to hear about your journey. I'm so happy that you shared this with us today. And going forward, like when if you decide to have a gym, would this gym be like a competitive gym? Would you want it to just be just a fitness gym, or like
Just a fitness gym.
yeah,
Just a fitness gym. Yeah, just help others around, all the girls. I want to do a women's gym only. So I'll like just help their ladies around, just make them feel better, get them inspired, and have them build a healthy lifestyle.
yes. And that is like so important. And especially I think like from what you were telling me, like in the Muslim community, like if a lot of people are not aware of like the possibilities that are out there to do these things, then like
Correct.
that would be just so amazing. And it probably feels so much more comfortable to go in knowing that, you know, a wonderful woman like yourself is running it with these kinds of like messages to deliver. Like that's
Correct.
amazing. And would you want to keep your location like if it were in, you know, whatever, Mississauga or Toronto, like where would you aim for it to be?
Mississauga is home.
Yeah, that's home, eh?
Mississauga is home. That's it. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's so happy to hear that. Well, like I really enjoyed this conversation. I love getting to know you a little bit more and
Same
like
here.
just understanding your journey because I like I said, we didn't really like engage too much. When I come in, you know,
No.
I'm training and then like you're training and I guess we
True.
respect that time, right? So we're not just like,
Correct.
interrupt each other's training and be like, hey, what's up? Like so it's nice to actually sit down and you know just talk a bit.
Yes. Absolutely.
So is there anything else that you would like to like give a message to our audience?
Hey, you know what? Especially I want to say to the young girls, like, if you have a dream, just go for it. Don't let anyone tell you you can't. Just do it. Take risks, challenge yourself, and just do it. Don't have those like I'll do it later. I'll think about it. Just do it.
Absolutely. And that's really important because I think that especially with young women now, I mean, now there's so much more opportunities and you know, we have social
Correct.
media where everybody can see a lot more influencers and athletes like
Correct.
yourself, which is great, but just to sometimes get the extra little push like just do it.
Do it. Yeah.
Sometimes like
Believe in yourself. Yeah. You just
exactly.
gotta believe in yourself. Yeah.
And especially like how you did it. You know, you didn't really hesitate, you really think about it. You just said,
No.
yeah, like let's give it
I'm
a
just gonna
shot.
do. Yeah. Exactly. I was like, if it works, it works. It doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah, you
Whatever.
might as well try though, right?
True.
Amazing. Thank you so much for
No
this.
problem.
And so everybody who wants to follow you, anybody who wants to like watch your journey and see the development of your, I keep calling it empire. So if anybody wants to see this, where would they find you?
So you can find me on Instagram, SFM_fitness. And I just started a TikTok account too, which I told myself that I'll never ever create. But hey, it's going well. So that's also SFM_fitness.
Amazing. Perfect. Thank you so much. And if anybody out there wants to see more amazing women like Salma herself, you can go check out Talking Fight on my Instagram, Scarlett Delgado, ScarlettDelgado, for more episodes of just incredible women that I have here on the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
And stay tuned, everybody, for next week's episode on the Female Fist.